Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live trading today. Today is the 17th of August, 2026, and we are ready to take on the market. But before we begin, just know that our promos are still running, where you get 30% off if you're a regular user using the promo code OFP30. And if you're a first time user, you can use the promo code FIRST OFP and you can get 40% off. So this promo ends on the 30th of August, so make sure you grab yourself an account before then. Hello, Gaston, how are you doing? Yes, it is a new week. I hope you had a great weekend and are ready to take on the week. A lot has happened during the weekend, and this has translated to the markets as well this Monday. So, just a quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice. This is only for educational purposes. The trades I show you are only illustrative and is just to help those traders who may be struggling with their trading and want to improve a bit. Yeah, so that is a disclaimer. Hoping we had a good weekend. Yes, we did. We did, but of course, there was a lot of talks over the weekend, and that changed the market a little bit. So today is Monday. It's a holiday in South Korea, and we had some yen industrial stuff come in, some Euro news, and now we have some Canadian news like in the next 13 minutes. Not much of high impact news. And yeah, apart from that, we just have some regular Euro 12-month BTF auction and the 6-month bill auction, 3-month bill. These might not even actually move the US dollar at all. So let's jump right into our trading and see where we're standing, what changed, what has happened, and what we can expect. So right now, we've just started off the live at $86, negative $86, and our PNL is literally at 1,642. The Swiss franc. Okay, let's check our close trades for the day. So let's just put the last 3 days. So New Zealand dollar take profit was hit. Aussie yen take profit was also hit. So that's an update on that. So that was like $17 profit made for the day. But we are currently in a drawdown. So this may change probably in a few days. So we're just waiting on that to pull back somehow. But let's go with the trades one by one, as we usually do, starting with Aussie CAD. So Aussie CAD put back up strongly, as we can see here. So this is what has led to our P&L going from 140 to negative 87. So there has been that change. Maybe the Canadian news, when it comes in, we might have some bearish strength. Then Aussie yen, of course, Aussie yen, we hit our take profit, so we're continuing making new highs. So overall, the one which has actually strengthened here is the Australian dollar. Nothing else but the Australian dollar. Then Euro yen. Euro yen is out of the consolidation for a bit. It jumped up and we're still waiting for it to still come down. Pound CAD, as we can see, has not even done much movement. It just pushed up and then it's currently down. It's nothing compared to what happened on Aussie CAD. So this is just all Aussie dollar doing the move here. Then Pound Swissy broke to the downside, and that's what gave us over here to buy to the upside to 1.110. That is where our take profit is. So you can literally see our position right here. Where is it? I think it should be, yeah, right here. So we're currently in negative $5 on that one. So yeah, you can even see it here right now. So that's our current position. So we're looking for it to make a new high on that. Then New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar actually hit our take profit area. We have to actually get out of this trade. yeah, it has reached our target, which was right here. So it just went past that. So New Zealand dollar, Aussie dollar, those two strengthened together just over the beginning of the week. So we're going to take this $24 profit. We're going to close it. So that's that. We have locked in that profit on New Zealand dollar. So we'll be still waiting for more opportunities, probably to the upside or maybe the downside. We shall see. Then USD CAD is still going down, unfortunately. Not even the Aussie news could reverse this. So right now we're just gonna take a pause on this, on adding positions. We see how far it can go because our stop loss level should be around 137,800 somewhere there. So we're gonna take a pause and a breathe on this. And unfortunately, we had a bigger position here. This had not to be the case. So overall, our P&L shouldn't even be at this level. It should be less than this. Now, all because of this move to which I actually opened a position which was too far larger. We had to open 0.05, but I opened more than double on this. So we'll rectify that soon. Then USD Swissy, it pushed all the way down, and that also contributed to gold going up as well. But we'll have a look at gold really, really soon. Then Euro New Zealand is back where we started. It just started coming down these steps, but we are already seeing a little bit of hope. So maybe we might be reversing back up. This is all because of the strength on New Zealand dollar and Aussie dollar. So this should be also the same scenario with Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie is getting to the take profit area really, really soon. So maybe the take profit will be hit, then Euro NZD may also go back where it came from. So that's that. Let us now look at gold, what we have here. So gold, not much movement, but it started off today strong, moving to the upside. Well, this was Friday rather, but today it came up strong. But right now it seems to be just consolidating right there. So not much movement there. So it may actually make a new high going to 414, or it could break down at 4367. But I'm thinking of the latter, that probably it may actually break down 4367. Then after that, continue even all the way to 4242. So that is what we're anticipating on gold. Then let's look at US 30, which is Gaston's favorite. So US 30 is coming down as we anticipated. So we might actually be seeing US 30 come even as further as 52876 at the end of this week. Then let's look at NAS 100. NAS 100 should be going up. And yes, it's still going up. It is obviously aiming to make that new high over here. So we might actually be seeing a new high on NAS 100 before the end of this month. Probably before the end of this month. If all goes well, we might be seeing a new high on NAS 100. Let's look at S&P 500. So S&P 500 is still making new highs. And we have had a minor pullback and it kind of recovered today. So we had that move coming all the way up here. So might we actually make a new high above 7817? Well, probably. We are yet to see how that goes. Then pound dollar. Let's look at pound dollar. Pound dollar is also making new highs, probably following the S&P 500, but it has gone past this resistance level. So I'm thinking it may actually reverse from off this level and then come to the downside. Then euro dollar. So euro dollar is also making new highs. We almost went past 16200, but we kind of held. So that should be a level of resistance as we can see here. So it seems to be bouncing off that. And then if possible, we could be reversing if it coming to the downside, if possible. If not, then this trend to the upside may continue. So that is what we are anticipating for this week. So apart from that, I think we've covered everything, and I will be ending this live quite early today. So Any questions? If you have, put them in the chat. Any other pairs you'd like us to look at, put them in the chat, and I'll be able to look at that. Okay, Bitcoin, Gaston. Let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, I think, has been coming down for some time now, and this seems to be like over the weekend. It kind of struggled, but it ended up coming back up today. So it just seems like everything is super against the US dollar today, like super against the US dollar. We can see that on USD CAD, we can see that on Euro dollar, we can see that on the pound, we can see that on NAS 100 and all the other pairs, even gold. We can see that today it's really against the dollar. But can that change for the week? Maybe, maybe. But we don't really have major news this week. And don't forget, we have the predictive OFP predictions where you can cast your vote. Yeah, so apparently this Canadian CPI had to be one of them, but I did not quite see it. It was actually showing blank on investing.com. So it's like a 2 star. So we're not going to count the 2 stars which are on investing.com, but rather the 3 stars. So let's go back to the calendar here and actually see that. So let's put on the filters this week, and then we're just going to choose the 3 stars and then click apply. So the only 3 stars we have are the GDP CPI. So I'll be posting that probably tomorrow, and then you can make your prediction. Also for the Euro CPI, I'll post that. You can make your prediction as well. FOMC minutes, we can't make a prediction on this, unfortunately, because it's just a meeting minutes. So this is the news we have for this week. And then we also have initial jobless claims. I'll also post this. Then you can make your prediction, whether it will be better than expected, as expected, or worse than expected. And lastly, the Philly Fed as well. You can make your prediction on this. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 predictions. So the S&P Global PMI, you can also make your prediction, as well as the Global Services PMI. You can make your prediction. So we have like about 6 predictions for this week, which can earn you 6 points if you get it correct. So keep that in mind. So this is on the only news we have for this week. The only major one could be the initial jobless claims that could probably give some recovery to the US dollar at this moment, and that will be on Thursday. Or we can have the market doing a run up to that. So as for Bitcoin, we may continue to the upside and probably touching 65,000. Then maybe from there we might have a reversal coming to the downside. So that is what I'm anticipating on Bitcoin. So I hope that answers your question, Gaston. So once more before we conclude today, just know the promos are still running 40% off if you're a first-time user using the promo code first OFP. Then if you've been a regular user with us, you can use the promo code OFP30 where you get 30% off. And this promo ends on the 30th of July, rather, not the 31st, the 30th of July. Let me correct that. I do not know how I missed that. I'm actually seeing that today. So the 30th of August, that is when the promo is ending. So make sure you grab yourself an account before then. So join us tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on OFP TV. And make sure you use your stop losses on your trades. Apart from that, have a great rest of your day, morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the part of the world. And happy trading.